Now Joy will get 2. 2 for 4 at the line. She's made 2 straight.
We're 10 points ahead, so everybody just needs to go. Let's just get through it.
First free throw, buries it. I think it's a beautiful thing to watch confidence.
Absolutely.
Confidence grow, I should say, because Joy, again, struggled with offensive confidence last year. If this can break her out, boy, this could be a different team with multiple weapons.
There you go.
And now a turnover in transition. Williams looking ahead to Puckett. 27 seconds left. Abilene up by 12.
Somebody go deep.
Yeah, Abilene working against full court pressure. Here's Hayes. Hayes will jog it across. We'll see if they want to foul. I hope they don't. This is over. Don't foul anymore.
Oh, no.
Bullet pass to Sammy. She had some trouble with it. Now Sammy throws it away. Don't foul.
Wow.
It was a scramble for the ball, and it's going to be a foul after the Abilene turnover.
31, she's nasty. She must have brothers.
Some players get a little chippy when they're on the verge of losing, and maybe that's the way it's starting to get a little bit out there, and it's tough to keep losing and losing. Scott catches it inside and scores. So the final, Abilene wins 41-31. 41-31, the final. The Cowgirls win for the first time this season. Post-game show next year on KBI. Okay.
You're supposed to check.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. 20, 29, 31, 41. Good, it adds up. What's going on? It's interesting timing to do that, but they're probably doing it because of the Skills Academy. And welcome back to Abilene High School. Just a minute here, trying to make sure everybody's informed. And actually, Jeremy, I should have input here, and I should have a Solomon score here. I get so many scores on these text chains, and honestly, probably 2 of the 3 text chains that I'm on for scores, I don't really care about most of the teams. But now I just remember that I have access to a Minneapolis score on one of them. I do care a lot about the NCKL scores. And tonight I do care about one of those other chains too, because Southeast Saline, they're on there, and that's who Abilene will play next. By the way, let me see, is it gone final? Southeast Saline, by our way, our final here, Abilene beat Augusta 41-31 in girls basketball. Southeast Saline girls just won 54-47 over Beloit. You have Clay Center now up in that game against Marysville, 37-28 with 1:55 left in that contest. Just seeing if we have any other finals that I want to know about. I guess we don't. Looking back at this girls' game, Abilene now 1-2. Augusta is 0-2. Abilene led 6-3 after one, 18-15 at halftime, 33-24 after three in the final. Again, 41-31. Abilene led in scoring on the night by Sammy Stout, who finished with 14. Joy Clements with 12 in the victory. 9 points for Clara Danifer and 6 for Jenna Hayes. For Augusta, 12 apiece for Timberlake and Williams. Not a lot of offense from anyone else. Scott with 4, Licklider with 2, and Dalzell with 1. My Next Tech Wireless players of the game, I'm going to give it to Sammy Stout with a career-high 14 and Joy Clements with a career-high 12. Shelly, not real surprised with what Sammy did, but surprised, but not shocked because I knew she had the capability with what Joy Clements did. I mean, you look at what Joy did. Joy had 3 points combined in the first 2 games. She had 12 tonight. That's huge for this team.
I just think the way that they came out to play tonight was a whole lot different than the other games that we've seen so far this year, Trent. They come out with more pizzazz, more spark, more energy, more want to, more strength, more you got it. They brought it tonight.
No doubt about it. They had a lot of energy from the start, and the Cowgirls get the win, their first of the season, 41-31. And again, the Next Tech Wireless player of the game and players tonight, Sammy Stout with 14, and then you also had Joy Clements with 12. We're going to transition now to Cowboy pregame. Freddie Zamoka's pregame show coming up, and it's going to be Eric Grafey. That's on the way, the head coach of the Abilene Cowboys, here on KABI. All right, I'm taking my headset off for a minute. Gosh darn, man. Just a minute. All right, this should be fun, my friend. Okay. And welcome back to Abilene High School, getting set for the second game of the doubleheader. Again, in the first game of the doubleheader, I'm very excited to say that the Abilene Cowgirls won 41-31. Want to say hello to everyone watching on 5 Star. I encourage people to go to 5 Star Studios, put together by Abilene High School Charity Bathurst, because why wouldn't you? You can watch it and listen to it, the best of both worlds, just like you do with a game on television. But the Abilene Cowgirls, they get the win tonight, 41-31 over Augusta in girls basketball. First win of the season for Abilene. They're 1-2. Augusta now 0-2. And Abilene, they only trailed briefly at 3-2. Other than that, once they got the lead back at 4-3, they never trailed the rest of the way. Led 6-3 after one, 18-15 at halftime, 33-24 after three. And again, the final 41-31 for Abilene. Stout, Sammy with 14, Joy Clements with 12, both of them with career highs, both of them the Next Tech Wireless players of the game. Let's switch gears now to this boys matchup. The Abilene Cowboys are ranked number 6 in the state of Kansas. And I said last Tuesday I'd give you the rankings, and I forgot to do that. Let's see if I can dig those up real quick here. Where are those rankings at? Here they are. And I'm not one that's big into rankings because it's not college football where it's a beauty pageant. It's cool, it's nice to brag about, but we all know in high school you play it out. You play it out and you see. Augusta finished 3rd last year. They lost to Lewisburg in the semis. Bishop Miege beat Lewisburg 94-40. You kind of get the idea why people don't like Bishop Miege being in Class 4A. If you're winning a state championship by 54 points, well, I guess that's a whole nother discussion. We could talk about that for a long time. Rose Hill number 4, McPherson 5, and Abilene 6. Rounding out that top 10, Bueller 7, Wamego 8, Parsons 9, and Holton 10. Well, this team is coached by Ryan Petty in his 2nd year. He's a liberal graduate. He played at State a couple of years as a player, didn't play college basketball, graduated from the University of Kansas, started coaching early at Lansing, 10th year overall as a coach, 5th as a head coach, 3 years at Liberal, and the last 2 at Augusta. Augusta, as I said, they're becoming one of the elite programs in the state. You think back 3 years ago, they were 18-7, finished 2nd in the state. That year they had Abilene's number, beat them twice, beat them in the sub-state final in our house. Then beat Andale at state, then beat Chapman in state in the semis. Chapman got 4th that year. Remember, that team had a lot of talent. They lost in the championship that season to Kansas City Piper. And then 2 years ago, made it to the state tournament. Of course, that's the COVID year, so no one got more than 1 game at the state tournament 2 years ago. How could we forget that? Ryan Petty, 17-6 last year with this group. They're 1-0 this year. Defeated Goddard 52-43. They don't have very much experience back. Just 1 returning starter. That's Caden McDaniel. His father's the all-time leading scorer at Augusta. How do I know that? Because Kyle Taylor's on the staff. Kyle Taylor played for his father, Terry Taylor, who, of course, was our head coach for many a year here at Abilene. So Kyle knows things like that. But McDaniel averaged just over 10 points, just over 5 boards a game last year. He had 18 and 7 in the first game this season. The other starters, and that was against Goddard. The other starters, Morgan Livingston, a 6'2 senior, 5 and 5 for him against Goddard. Josh Burton, a 5'10 senior, 6'3 and 3 against Goddard. Gavin Kaiser, he was a quarterback in football, 6'3 sophomore, had 10, 7 and 3 in the first game. Caden Heibarger getting the start, a 5'9 junior. They're without Isaiah Blackwell, who was injured against Goddard. Let's get you that Salina Surgical scoreboard update. Come on now. The Abilene Middle School Wrestlers finished in 2nd place at NCKL. Thank you to Annie Hookman for all the updates. Curtis Ryan as well. Appreciate you folks. Smoky Valley girls beat Concordia 60-27. I told you Smoky was good. Clay Center comes back to beat Marysville 44-35 in girls basketball. Watch, Wamego was crushing Atchison. I see what else I have here. Southeast Sling girls beat Beloit 54-47. We'll play Southeast next Tuesday. Wamego girls win 77-18 over Atchison. Wow. Let's turn our attention to this game. I gave you the starters a moment ago for Augusta. Again, those starters: Livingston, Burton, McDaniel, Kaiser, and Highbarger. Augusta coached by Ryan Petty, assisted by Tyler Patterson and Josh Ybarra. Abilene, of course, coached by Eric Grafey, assisted by Tyler Bryson and Kyle Taylor. The JV won tonight, by the way, 50-43. Keaton Hargrave, Cameron Mendeska, both with 14. Timbrook with 10. Cowboys 2-0, ranked 6th in the state. Their starters look like this, same as Tuesday. 6-foot senior Jalen West, averaging 5.5 points, 3 boards, 4.5 assists, had 9 against Rock Creek. Abilene won Tuesday 68-27 at Rock Creek, first win there since 13. 6'4 senior Caleb Becker had 16 last year in the victory over this team as they beat Augusta last year 56-53. Abilene, though, has lost, by the way, 2 straight at home. Becker, let me get back to him, averaging 17.5 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He had 17 against Rock Creek. Braden Adams, a 6'4 senior, averaging 3 points, 3.5 boards. He had 4 against Rock Creek. Tristan Catone, 6-foot junior, double figures each of the 2 games. 19 against Smoky, 11 against Rock Creek. He's averaging 15 points a game. Brax Fisher, a 6-foot sophomore, rounding out that starting lineup. He had 2 against the Mustangs Tuesday, averaging 4.5 points and 3.5 assists. So again, the starters for Abilene: West, Becker, Adams, Catone, and Fisher. The same starting lineup over the last 2 games. Again, Abilene coached by Eric Grafey. His record now 15-6 as head coach of the Abilene Cowboys. But yeah, looking at the series dating back to 2011, Abilene just 5-6 against Augusta. They're 2-4 at home against them, and they have lost 2 straight at home against the Orioles. They won that one last year at Augusta 56-53 back on December the 11th. Abilene in their home white uniforms, orange lettering and numbering with beautiful brown trim. I say beautiful because everyone has orange and black out there in the state. I don't know of anyone else with orange and brown. Some may call it ugly. I call it beautiful. Augusta, speaking of orange and black, that's what their color scheme is. Augusta across the chest in orange, trimmed in white. Abilene in their Nike uniforms, Augusta in their Russell Athletic uniforms. Trent Sanchez alongside my partner Shelly Crane in the first game of the night. It was the Cowgirls winning 41-31. Tomorrow morning, the Smart Insurance Coaches Roundup. That will be at 8 a.m. Gosh, I have so many coaches, it's tough to get them all on. Glad to have Solomon back on the Coaches Roundup. Sometimes you try your best, but you can't get always everyone to participate, but Solomon's back on the program, and I'm happy about it. And I tell you what, those Solomon boys are good. They are 2-0, and they are crushing their competition. But so are these Abilene Cowboys. I tell you what, going around the community, and I don't even get out that much, people are stopping me on the street saying, hey, how about the boys team? Not only that they're winning, but they're having fun watching this group, the way they play. And what excites me about this group, there's not a lot of drop-off. Because, you know, like against Rock Creek, okay, we'll take our starters out, but what do you get? You get primarily a lot of sophomores. And oh yeah, the sophomores had won 46 in a row, so we're throwing at you one of the best classes, it appears, that have come through in a long time. At least, how can you argue with their record? So we're finally getting set to tip here. They're honoring the kids in the, I can't remember exactly what it's called, the academy at the middle school. I don't think it's just a middle school. It's not just a middle school. The middle school and grade school level where they take young kids and try to make them better at a particular sport. I think it's a great thing. Just, you know, even if the kid doesn't become, you got Sean Herman over there helping out with it. Even if the kid doesn't become the next Sean Herman or Mark Willie, who's sitting below me. 2 guys, if we had a Mount Rushmore for basketball, they would be on it. Just to keep kids active. Maybe keep them off the screen of an electronic for a little bit. Get them some exercise. So Augusta's going to start this game going left to right. Caden McDaniel's going to jump for them. Caleb Becker for Abilene. And I talk about a lot of the things going right on this team. Well, the centerpiece is Caleb Becker. A 3-year starter. Folks, he could have been a 4-year starter at a lot of places. We just are loaded with talent. It's like having a coach on the floor with Caleb Becker. So the Cowboys in white will go right to left as I view it. Augusta left to right. Thanks for listening and watching on 5 Star Productions and on KBI if you're just listening on there. Here's Jalen West. What about that? From Caleb to Jalen. You can't blink with this group, Shelly.
Nope, Jalen and Kaiser, they were already dueling that out before the ball was ever thrown up.
Augusta with the basketball. They got it across against some full court pressure. Abilene playing man-to-man defense. Abilene smothering defense. And that's what Eric Grafey loves, his defense. Here's a runner coming down the right side of the lane, or left side of the lane. It's Livingston missing a loose ball on the floor. It's going to be picked up by McDaniel. He feeds his teammate inside. That's Kaiser, who was a quarterback in football, and Gavin Kaiser scores. It's 2-all, 7:23 mark here in the opening quarter. Girls won. The boys trying to make it a clean sweep. Brax Fisher going down low to Caleb Becker. Becker had a little trouble with it. Adams helps him out. West in the corner, near side at 3. No good. Front iron. Brax Fisher with an athletic rebound.
Kicked it back out.
Here's Becker stopping at the free throw line. A little contact, missed the shot, but free throws coming up. That foul on Kaiser, his first foul of the game on either team.
And I would say Kaiser's probably their big man underneath right now from what we're seeing. We don't have a very big group.
Not really. Becker at the line, free throw up and in. League Division III. Second free throw up and good, but it's understandable with some of the teams in the league.
Abilene's going to put the pressure on them, full court press.
Including McPherson. 4-2 Abilene with the advantage. Yep, you'll see a lot of that, Shelly.
I like it.
Everybody does. They love this up-tempo pace. Augusta with the basketball. Working against man-to-man defense. Augusta in black to my right. It is blackout night here from the student section. Here's a drive across the baseline, a reverse layup attempt. Boy, that was fancy from Josh Burton.
Fancy and effective.
4-4, 6:33 to go here in this opening quarter. Becker dribbling out near the top of the key. Tristan Catone. I think I want to call him the people's champ because you look at him physically, he doesn't blow you away. And I don't want to be disrespectful because he's a great runner in cross country and track. But the kid can flat out score, Shell. The kid can flat out score. That's why I call him the people's champ. He makes you believe that you can go out and do it.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him. You know, we watched him nail the 3-pointers the last game.
Yep, and he can score in bunches. He can score in a hurry. He had 11 Tuesday night. They all came in the second quarter. There was a running clock on Tuesday. Abilene was up by as many as 44 in that game against Rock Creek. Here's a missed 3. It's missed by Catone. He started out slow on Tuesday. Here's a pass into the front court. Burton with a basketball. Bounce entry down low to Kaiser. Now he gave it back to Burton. Burton finishes. He has 4. And they lead at 6-4. 5:46 to go here in this first quarter. 6-4. Abilene down with the basketball. West will bring it across the timeline into the high post to Caleb Becker. Becker turns to face up against the defender Kaiser. Off to his left to Brax Fisher. Fisher, a right-hand dribble out front. Dribbles just outside of the paint. Into the corner to West for 3. Short. Out of bounds to Augusta. Again, the Cowgirls win tonight 41-31. Stout 14, Clements 12 to pace Abilene. They're now 1-2 on the season. Cowboys ranked number 6th in the state in Class 4A. They are 2-0, trying to improve to 3-0. Abilene pressuring backcourt, and you can do that with all that depth into the front court. It is Josh Burton with a basketball, and it will wear down people. Here's a 3 from the left side. Missed it badly. That was McDaniel who was off target there. Didn't even hit the rim. 3 minutes played. And it may not show up so much this quarter. You know, you'd think back to the last game, Shelley. Abilene scored 50 in the second and third quarters on Tuesday. Fisher misses on the runner. What were you going to say, Shelley?
I don't know.
So you have to talk fast with this group because it's
short-term memory.
Yeah, the action is quick. I get you. Heibarger's pass is redirected out of bounds. Cooper Wildy checking in. Grant Waite checking in.
I know what I was going to say. Augusta, they're rushing the ball so much that they have nobody underneath to try to even rebound. Daniel
gets to go. He can score. He had 18 last game. And you know what? They lead 8-4. But you can bring in, off the bench, Grant Waite, Cooper Wildy. They started the first game. You just have that luxury. Abilene is just super deep. And Coop had 10 in the first game. Grant Wade, a very good athlete in his own right. Here's Katona, deep left angle three. That's Trey Young distance. Becker, the offensive rebound. Follow shot, no. Loose ball, out of bounds, and it's last touched by whom? The officials talking with each other. They say it's Abilene ball. I love watching Tristan, but that was a little deep that time. If you're going to shoot those, you better make them.
Yeah, it's nothing for him to shoot 3, 4, 5 feet beyond the three-point line.
But with a shooter like that, it's like a wild horse. You hate to rein him in too much. Try to do it a little bit. Katone with the basketball. He has those polka dot shoes out there. That's a fashion statement. Coach lets him have... some coaches have them all wear the same shoe. Coach Grafey letting them be a little independent. Have some... Here's Brax Fisher from the corner. He bangs in a three. He was quiet in the last game. He's a kid that can explode.
Nice.
8-7. Now here's a steal for Cooper Wiley, and he's going to be fouled.
Brax Fisher was the one that created the turnover. Cooper was there to receive the turnover.
Burton with the foul, his first, their second. Anybody, you know, he doesn't have to score a bunch of points. Just go out and do his thing. And this is a team in which it could be anyone on a given night. You're going to have that steady guy in Caleb Becker. He's always going to score in the mid to high teens, and he's done that in the first two games. Caleb with 18 and 17 in the first two games. Coop for three. No good off the heel. Basketball tipped out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, when Caleb Becker wants to go in there and rebound, there's nobody on this Augusta team that's going to rebound with him because they don't have the body strength that Caleb has.
Nope. If that ball goes out of bounds, it's going to be with Augusta, and they bring in their freshman, L.J. Riggs. He's a 5'9 freshman. He has the basketball right now. He plays it off to McDaniel. That's too easy. That's too easy right there. McDaniel now with 4. It is 10-7 Augusta. That cannot make Coach Grafey happy. And he talked about that freshman for him. He said he's good.
Nice.
Here's Becker going to work, getting the defender in the spin cycle, but McDaniel said, hey, I'm with you step for step. Rejects that shot out of bounds into the brick wall. Augusta leading by 3. Jalen West checking back in. He checks back in for Brax. Brax Fisher. Thanks for watching on 5 Star Productions and listening to our broadcast as well here on KB. I want to remind folks we're on 95.9 as well, so folks can hear us a little better in the evening. Here's Jalen West penetrating out to Coop. Coop for 3. No good. Off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Tristan Katone. Katone quickly back up. He misses, and it's rebounded by Livingston for Augusta. Ryan Petty coaching out of his seat. Again, he is a liberal native. Here's a lob inside, and the shot's going to be rejected. Easton Routh into the game, had his shot swatted. That starts the break for Abilene. Becker throws it across the paint. Grant Wade ended up with it. Abilene down by 3. Becker going to work, splitting a couple of defenders, going to the basket, had his shot maybe blocked there by McDaniel. And Riggs back with it. 2:28 to go here in the first quarter. Riggs with the basketball in the backcourt for Augusta. They lead by 3. Grant Wade almost the steal. Boy, one of their students has his back to the court. Probably not a good idea. That ball hit him. He's fine. But he's lucky he didn't catch a player coming into him. 10-7 Augusta with the lead. 2:22 to go here in this opening quarter. Livingston has his pass deflected. Waite deflected it. Katone to Waite. Layup in.
Abilene putting on the full court press again. So
10-9 Augusta with the lead. Kaiser with the basketball, driving on Becker, left it short, and a foul called on Becker.
Yep, that was kind of a Caleb trying to do what he could do, but caught him on the wrist.
That is the first foul on Abilene. 2:08 mark here in the opening quarter. It's 10-9 Augusta. Again, Augusta lost a lot. Coach couldn't even tell me who his 5 starters were going to be. He told me 4 of the 5. But, man, what a tradition they have going on right now. Free throw up and in by Gavin Kaiser. Terry Taylor had a lot to do with that. He won a state championship there in 2002. His son was one of the star players on that team, who's now a member of our staff, Kyle. I think we all realize it's pretty hard to win a state championship, and they met that goal in 08. 3 years removed from a runner-up finish. Both free throws good. It's 12-9 Augusta. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Kaiser with 4 in this game. West, Becker, Waite, Katone, and Wildy. 4 of these 5 have started before, so a lot of experience out there. Here's West driving into the corner to Wildy. Now to Catone. Back out front. Abilene a little cold from the outside early on in this game. They do have a 3 from Brax.
Oh, nice spin move.
Oh, wow. West to Becker, layup up and in.
Yeah, Jalen did a spin move and was able to find Becker in the spin, and nicely done.
Jalen's exciting in his own right. Here's Waite with the steal. Took it away from McDaniel and scored. Boy, that's awesome.
Putting the pressure on Cooper Wild. He's just about come up with another one.
And with Waite and Catone out there, you talked about conditioning with some players. Oh, it's a steal by Waite.
Oh, Grafey, doggone it.
Yeah, he called a timeout because he thought his guy was in trouble, and he got out of it. But it's okay. But you got to love what Grant Waite's doing defensively out there. With Waite and Catone, they're like Energizer bunnies because they're great distance runners. They're going to keep going and going and going, and Waite has been a big defensive force in this game so far. I mean, how many times has he got his hand on the basketball?
Several.
13-12, the Cowboys on top. 30-second timeout. Out in 12 for Joy Clements. Very proud of those girls. And even though it was probably their easiest opponent, I'm with you. I thought they played very well tonight. Because you go back to the Rock Creek game, Rock Creek didn't blow me away. I just didn't think we played that great. We played really good tonight.
Right.
No disrespect to Rock Creek. I don't want to be disrespectful to them, but I mean, I was expecting a little more out of them.
Andover. Augusta's went back to a zone right now.
And in that Rock Creek girls game, it certainly seemed like they held the door open forever, saying, hey, do you want to be in this game? And it was a close game going into the fourth. Fisher missing on the 3. Becker now rejected inside. McDaniel got him again. Riggs with it for Augusta. Out of that timeout, Fisher, West. Fisher.
Glad that wasn't wet.
I'm used to baby toys.
Okay, I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, my baby's toys are all wet because she's getting teeth. We have West, Becker, Wildy, Waite, and Fisher. I think I got them all out there. That is the defensive group out there for Abilene right now, and they're in a man-to-man defense. They have Kyver, Riggs, McDaniel, Heibarger. Here's a shot missed by McDaniel, and Burton out there as a 5 for the Orioles. Brax almost created a turnover. McDaniel got it back over to Riggs, the freshman. He'll go inside, and that was the end of the first quarter. Wow, what a first quarter. Abilene leading 13-12. You wonder if Augusta can keep up at this pace that Abilene is playing right now. 13-12, Abilene after 1. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on KBI. 8, 11, 13, all right. Okay. You're listening to KBI, Abilene, Kansas. The time is 8 o'clock. Cowboys up 13-12 on Augusta. A really high-energy, fast-paced first quarter. We'll see if Augusta can keep up at that pace. Augusta with the basketball to start here, quarter number 2. For them, you have Livingston. Trying to check their 5. Kaiser, McDaniel, Heibarger, and Burton as the 5. So I believe that was the same 5 that ended that first quarter. They have the basketball in black to my right. Here's Burton from the for a 3. Coop ended up with it. Brax around a Stockton screen. Over to Grant Waite. Grant bounces it over to Stockton. Left angle 3. No, short. Rebounded by Grant. Grant puts it up in. No good. Rebounded by Jalen. Jalen back to Grant. Up to Coop. Wide open. Hit that. No good. Short. Jalen West a rebound to Brax. Brax on the baseline. There you go.
Somebody make it.
Wow, folks.
Augusta's coach is not happy. It's a full timeout by Augusta.
But it's just athleticism. I mean,
absolutely.
You can see here in my chart I made, seldom do I use the entire chart. I have this entire chart filled up.
Yep.
And that's a tough, it's a good problem. It's a problem you want to have if you're Eric Grafey. But it's not easy. It's not easy having this many kids. You got to find, who are you going to start? Who are you going to sub in? Who's your subgroupings? But basketball runs in Coach Grafey's, it runs in his blood. His father, Ben's here. He's in the Colby Community College Hall of Fame. He had a brother that tried out for the Phoenix Suns in the NBA. He also has other brothers that coach. I'm happy for him because he was put in a difficult spot. Oh, you get to be head coach of the Abilene Cowboys last year. Oh, by the way, we're dealing with the pandemic. And COVID really interrupted the season a lot last year. Yeah, they made it to state. But in the end, I still think it hurt the team. They didn't get to play in the SIT, and we need that to play against bigger schools to prep us for like that McPherson game at state. Abilene in a 2-2-1, full court press. Is Augusta with the basketball. The Cowboys on a 9-0 run right now. In trouble, that is Livingston. Throws it across the floor to Heibarger. Heibarger got the start tonight. Maybe wouldn't have, but Isaiah Blackwell out with an injury. Got injured in that Goddard game. This Augusta team 1-0. McDaniel had trouble with the pass. He somehow got it off to Kaiser, who got a layup. Kaiser has...
Abilene's going to start putting that full court press back to our man-to-man defense.
By the way, no T-Mac tonight, and that saddens me. Thomas McClendon not able to go tonight. And he has really given some frontline help to Abilene. There's a turnover. They speeded him up, and a poor pass goes into the student section. And you know what? I called him out on it earlier. I said, maybe blackout's not a good idea. Maybe it's a great idea, Shelly, because he probably thought that was a teammate. You're seeing all black over there.
Yep, that's
and you're
right.
sped up. You see black, you just throw it, and he threw it to a student.
I just have to say I was very impressed with T-Mac on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday?
He had 11 points. Oh, and Jalen West getting a little too fancy there. Threw it away as he tried to go behind his back.
Well, you've just watched him come in and start molding into this club.
He's
so
only a
awesome.
sophomore too, Shelly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's part of that Well, he just joined that sophomore class. Here's McDaniel from downtown. Bang, a three-pointer.
Is he hurt or sick or something?
No, he's just out. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Jalen West with the basketball. Shovels it off to Braden Adams, and Adams called for the walk.
Yep. Adams ran into a tree.
But T-Mac, if you're watching, we miss you. I want to see you back. I'm glad you're here in town, and the future is very bright for you. Welcome to Abilene. I look forward to watching you play a lot of basketball, so we want to see you back out here. You could be the X factor on this team inside. 20-17, Abilene with the advantage. Inside of 5 minutes to go here in the half. Abilene trying to snap a two-game losing streak at home here to Augusta. Abilene snapped a losing streak on the road at Rock Creek on Tuesday. And they're running into an Augusta team that's kind of in the same boat a little bit as Rock Creek. Rock Creek had nothing back. Augusta wasn't, that void of experience, though. Burton missing on a three. Over the back there, a foul on the rebound. McDaniel on Brax Fisher. So McDaniel picking up his first. That is their third. .4:30 to go here in the first half. I'm going to catch back up with James Stout during the halftime show. Also get back to the Salina Ortho scoreboard and give you some scores. Salina Ortho has taken good care of me. Catone hands it off to Grant Waite. I don't want to go back to him anytime soon. Here's Becker pitching it into the corner. Catone for three. Good! And not because I have anything against Salina Ortho. I went because I broke my fingertips. I don't want to do that again.
No.
23-17 Abilene. That's Catone's first point, Shelly. Kaiser catching underneath. Sends it back outside to Heibarger. Fakes. Back into the corner. Here's a three for McDaniel. No good. Rolling off the rim. Rebounded by Catone.
I think Catone does a lot without having to score points.
Grant Waite for three. No good. Short. Rebounded by Grant. I told you they don't get tired. Grant's just all over the place. Look at him.
That's called following your shot.
I'm getting tired just watching these guys. Kaiser, layup good.
Kaiser is, remember when we had Cody Whitehair playing? Cody was a football player playing basketball. I feel like Kaiser is a football player playing basketball.
He seems to just keep getting in the right place at the right time. Boy, they forgot about Stockton Timbrook. The assist from Caleb Becker. Boy, he was wide open underneath. They probably didn't research him because this is some of the most extended minutes he's played. You have to research a lot of players with our team. Here's a three, left angle, it's up and it's no good. Strong by Livingston.
Wow.
Kaiser the rebound. Yeah, he went through Becker to get it. You said it, he's a bull in a china closet.
Yeah, and that was definitely through Becker. It won't happen again.
Kaiser wants out. He's a little winded. I told you they're going to wear these guys down. Oh, he's wide open. How does he get that open? He has 10 points. Back-to-back buckets for him. 25-21 Abilene. 2:35 to go here in the first half. Brax driving just outside of the paint far side. Now hands it off to Grant Wade. Up top to Caleb Becker. They're in a man-to-man defense. Caleb, left of the lane, shot way off the mark as he tried to go glass.
You hate to see Caleb give up that drive that he shot about an 8-footer and when he could have had a layup.
McDaniel across the floor to Burton up top, and it's going to be tipped. There he is again, Grant Wade. Wade all the way to the basket. That's right, Grant. Reward yourself. Boy, I'm loving the way this kid is playing. Grant Wade. Love his defense.
3 seconds.
And you bet Coach loves his defense too. Here's Tristan Catone giving assistant coach Tyler Bryson a souvenir. Waite checks out. Timbrook checks out. And Eric Grapey loving Grant Waite right now, just giving him a pat on the back of the head saying, what has gotten into you? So the 5 on the floor, you got Coop, Becker, Fisher, Catone, and West. And what's great with all this depth, Shelly, is you better play hard. Because if you don't, you're coming out.
Yep.
You're getting pushed. And Grant Waite's not going to come out a lot if he plays like that. Riggs missing on a jumper right at the lane that's out of bounds.
Man, Cooper, they're just really getting all over top of our kids. And we're getting frustrated. And
1:40 to go in the half. 27-21 Abilene. Again, this is an Augusta team that finished third in the state last year, lost to Lewisburg in the semis. Because of COVID, they didn't play a third-place game. They just awarded it to the two teams that lost their semis game. Catone for 3. Bam, from straight away. He has 2 threes this quarter. 30-21. Abilene with 1:18 to go in the half. What's fun for me is a lot of these kids are ties to my class in school. Here's West with the steal to Becker. Becker scores.
Took it away before they got to half court.
32-21, Abilene.
Try it again. Oh, he carried the ball. Yes. Cooper about punched the official. He was so excited.
He plays with a lot of emotion. Him and Jalen West both do.
I would have liked to have seen what would happen then. Cooper would, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yep, I love the emotion that they play with. 32-21 Abilene, and 1 minute to go here in the half. Abilene up by 11. This is their biggest lead of the game. Abilene on a bit of a run right now. A 7-0 run for the Cowboys. Becker into the corner to Fisher. Fisher back up to Cooper Wildy. Back into the corner to Caleb. Caleb over to Tristan. 44 seconds. Back up top, it's deflected and stolen. Ralph gets it to McDaniel. Cooper in front of him. Oh, Catone stripped him, and now he tried to save it back in. It's out of bounds to Abilene. 5 turnovers unofficially in the quarter. And I'm hoping we need the SIT again this year. We didn't get it last year because we need to play Central. We need to play South, Andover. Because this team, I don't want them to hear it, but the potential, their ceiling is high. But what holds us back is this is a great game. I'm glad Augusta's still on our schedule. We have to play these tough opponents to toughen us up. I felt that hurt us against McPherson last year. That they're a big 4A school, and they play a lot of tough competition.
Yeah, and sometimes if you could not tell the kids who they were playing, turnover.
It's going to be stolen. Riggs took it away from West. Oh, wow. Brax Fisher stuffing Riggs in the corner far side. That ball went out of bounds. The fans love it.
I wish you could not tell our kids who they were going to play like on Friday, and it was McPherson, because I think sometimes when you just say the word McPherson, it's a lot intimidating because they are so good at sports.
No doubt about it. Oh, here's Becker. A steal on the inbounds. Look out. He's going to be foul. Oh, no foul call. Kaiser came behind him and blocked, and Becker thought he was fouled.
Make it.
There was West on a follow, no good. Caleb really frustrated. But Abilene's cruising in the first half. They lead 32-21 over Augusta. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on KABI. All right. What? Correct. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm back. Yeah, K-State plays Missouri in football next year, too. I like it. Yeah, Missouri's not very good in much anymore. Where's it at? Yeah, I guess I'm not going to the bowl. I don't like that, but I guess I'm not going to go. With the baby, I'm going to... I couldn't afford it. I don't know. I decided not to go. Just trying to be careful and not bringing COVID home to the baby, and wasn't crazy about being on a bus with people for 12 hours. And it does end up, Clark's deal was great, but it still is expensive this time of year. But I would thought it was really reasonable. It was $429 for you to room up with someone like I could have roomed with Ron Preston. That's a good deal. That does not include the ticket, but I didn't need a ticket. Well, I have a press pass. I go to in to help. Why I never have to pay. That's what's cool. I don't know. I'm bummed out. Wyatt really missed me last year. He didn't have me because of COVID. He was so happy I was back, so I hate to let him down. But yeah, I mean, I always knew he appreciated it, but he just always kept telling me this year. But it is a lot of stress. Let me see. What's that? You sent it to me, right? That's a freshman? That's a freshman? All right, I can too. Yeah, I can. Thank you, Shelly. Oh, you dang phone. I don't know. I may change my mind and end up down there, but right now I'm not going. I wish my dad was more willing to travel. He doesn't want to travel anymore. So I go to a lot of these K-State games on my own, or I did this year. Went to Stillwater and Lawrence on my own. Lawrence is flat out dangerous on game day if you don't get there early. I about had a nervous breakdown. I'd never had problems like that before, but I got there late, and that was stupid because I was tired. But yeah, you go down a street, they're parked on both sides of the street, there's not a lot of room. I had to stop a truck. I said, dude, you got to stop because we ain't going to make it, both you and I. And I had to back up. I had to stop another lady coming out of an alley saying, I got to go. It was a nightmare. And welcome back to Abilene High School. 32-21 our score. Abilene with the lead in boys basketball here at the break. Your Salina Ortho scoreboard update. Abilene Cowgirls won their game tonight. And that final for the Cowgirls was 41-31. Update from the freshmen. They're still undefeated. They won the freshman boys 58-44. Weston Rock 20. Tyler Holloway with 15. JV boys won 50-43. Hargrave 14. Vanduska 14. Timbrook 10. These boys teams just win, win, win. We knew there was a lot of talent coming up that sophomore class. Winners of 46 straight from 7th grade through their freshman year. And then you add Thomas McClendon to that group. And it's not like the juniors and the seniors are chopped liver or the freshmen. So just a lot of talent with this group. Point-wise, Jalen West 2, Wake 6, 5 for Wildy, 6 for Beck basketball here in this second half. Cowboys going left to right, working offense in white. To my right as I view it, you have West, Fisher, Adams, Catone, and Becker as the 5 right now. And West turning over the basketball. For them, Livingston, McDaniel, Heibarger, Kaiser, and Burton, the 5 for Ryan Petty. Again, Ryan Petty, a Liberal native, coached his home school, Liberal, for 3 years, and now here at Augusta. Here's a pass inside, intended for Kaiser, thrown by McDaniel, tipped by Adams, stolen by West.
Kaiser wasn't quite big enough.
They've done a good job on McDaniel for the most part. Fisher for 3. You could tell it was off, drifted left off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Augusta. Burton with the basketball, Abilene falling back defensively. Catone with him step for step. Heibarger with the basketball, a hard jab, then plays it off to his right to McDaniel, now to Livingston. Livingston up top to Burton, sets his feet, fires a 3, in and out, missed it, rebounded by, that is Brax Fisher. What do you think, Shelly? You're having fun with this boys game a little faster.
I like it because I don't have to talk. By the time you get done doing what you're doing,
I'm sorry, I
they're
feel like
headed the
I'm
other
probably
way.
talking too much. It's hard. And you have Catone threw it away. McDaniel all the way to the basket, and he lays it up and in. He's been quiet, though, Shell. He's their big stud. Abilene on the offensive end. Becker with an easy 2.
Oh, nice job, Brax.
Wow, Brax with the steal. Fisher to Catone, no good. Adams with the rebound. He's rejected inside by Kaiser. Catone almost got a steal. They just keep coming at you like little piranhas.
Well, and I think they're deceiving, too, because like Catone, I mean, his wingspan is huge.
Kaiser missing. His asset, and like Waite's asset, is just their conditioning. My goodness. Here's Catone for 3. Missed it left angle. Rebounded inside by Heibarger. There's West. They immediately swarm to the basketball. And then we have a jump ball. It's going to belong to Augusta. And Coach Grafey knows what he has. If you have depth like this, why not play this brand of basketball? Just wear people into the ground. And fatigue makes cowards of everyone. You can say, I'm not afraid of me. Yeah, right. You get worn down. You're, I can't breathe anymore. Yeah, let's see.
Like him saying, hey, I need to come out.
Exactly.
A football player playing basketball.
I played basketball before. It wasn't great, but I sure know what it feels like to be out of energy out there. Here's a shot up, and it's in. McDaniel scoring inside, and he's fouled.
Count the basket and 1, 44.
Foul number 44, basket count.
So the foul on Braden Adams. This puts McDaniel at the line here for an and 1 opportunity. So right now the score should be 34-25. They haven't put that up yet. I think they're waiting to see if the free throw is made by Cade McDaniel. He does make it. So it is 35 to... That can't be right. Is that right? That's not right. It should be 26. There, they correct it. All right, making me question myself. Oh, now here's West throwing away the basketball. McDaniel.
Abilene's had a little too many turnovers to start this third quarter.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. That's why I don't want to sit here and get in their ears and say, hey, you guys are great, because and not that that's even maybe the case out there, but you want them to keep playing hard. You don't want them to get content. You don't want them to relax, and it's easy to do when you have big leads. It's something you're always fighting out there. Here's Heibarger all the way to the basket. He scores on a driving layup.
Well, it's kind of like Abilene's come out of the locker room a little bit on the flat side here, so we need to get that momentum headed back our direction. 34-28, and it seemed to be a problem last year, if you remember, with this boys team. I know you didn't come a lot, but they blew some leads last year, and it cost them an NCKL championship. Didn't come at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll watch your list. But anyways, it was a problem last year. I think mostly of the Wamego home game. Abilene had a big lead, and they blew it, and it cost them the league title. Catone coming across the baseline, he scored. And Coach Grafey addressed it in one of our pregame interviews, and he's talked about a guy like Caleb Becker. He wants to make sure, Caleb wants to make sure that doesn't happen again. Here's a throw across the paint. McDaniel inside against Becker, kicks it back out to Kaiser. Pump fake at the free throw line, barrels his way in. Gets called for the charge as he flattens Jalen West. His second, their first. Abilene's biggest lead has been 11 points in this game. Ryan Petty working the official. He didn't agree with it. He's saying they're not calling anything. I like the way they're calling this game. One of the officials, Jason Gordon out of Salina. I don't like games that are being stopped over and over and over and over. They don't have, each team has one foul. They're calling it consistent both ways. Nobody wants to watch a free throw shooting contest. We'll pass on that. Abilene basketball working offense in front of their bench. Wildy, West, Becker, Waite in, and Fisher. Abilene up 36-28, halfway through the third quarter. Here's Brax, jump stop, baseline, dumps it off to Caleb. Caleb right at the rim, gets held as he went up for the shot. He missed it, but he's going to be awarded 2 free throws.
Abilene definitely needs to take advantage of the free throws because we haven't scored but, what, 2 points this quarter? Maybe?
Yes, that's now just
2?
the 4 points now after that, but we had 2 for a long time, you're right. Free throw in there for Caleb. 37-28, 3:52 to go here in this third quarter. Second, up and in.
Nice.
38-28, Abilene with 3:52 to go in the third.
Have we seen number 10 tonight?
Yes, but he hasn't been in
Very much.
this half yet. And, yeah, he started, but we haven't seen him in a little while.
I'm kind of impressed with Augusta's number 35, who's a freshman. He's playing well.
Yeah, coach was concerned about him. Burton turned it over. Fisher to Waite, layup. Good.
Abilene putting that full court press on.
40-28.
Nice.
Abilene up by
turnover.
12. Yep, they sped him up, as Craig Wildy has talked about, and Riggs threw it away. Abilene gets it back.
Brax Fisher getting in the face, kind of flying all over the place, made the turnover happen. And that's kind of a freshman mistake, I guess you could say.
Hey, tonight, catch the Wheat State Scoreboard Show. Wheat State Scoreboard Show is going to be on sister station Sports Radio 1150 KSAL. 9-0 run. A timeout, a full timeout for Augusta. We'll step aside as well. 43-28, Abilene with the lead, 3:14 to go third quarter. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on KABI. Okay.
Good luck to our varsity wrestlers tomorrow who will hang with 5 minutes left.
And welcome back to Abilene High School. Trent Sanchez alongside my partner Shelly Crane. The Cowgirls won tonight. Cowboys trying to do the same. They're up by 15, currently on a 9-0 run, their largest lead of the game. Abilene has won every game so far. They're 2-0 by double figures. Augusta opened the year with a win over Goddard. Abilene defensively with Wildy, Waite, and Waite almost created another turnover. Becker, Fisher, and West. Kaiser rejected by Jalen West. You don't know where they're coming from.
Great help, weak side help by Jalen.
And if you're Augusta, you probably think that Abilene has 6 players out there. Heiberger for 3. He drilled it. from the corner near side. Caden Heibarger with the triple. 43-31, Abilene, with 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. West for the basketball. West working here to the near side. Up top to Becker. Becker having a big third quarter down the lane left side. Going glass, missing the shot. Rebounded by McDaniel. Becker with 7 this quarter, 13 in the game, but didn't get it there. Augusta just hanging around. Down by 12 points. Wait, almost another steal.
I thought that was Cooper.
Nope, it's Grant.
Flash by Grant.
He's my defensive player of the game. Oh, wow. Cooper going for the steal, and he ran through Kaiser to get that ball. And that is
a little smaller than Kaiser, but he took him out.
Getting one last tackle in from the football season. That's what it looked like there. Like he sacked the quarterback. Kaiser, the quarterback.
Heavens. Coop.
2:03 to go here, third quarter. Abilene leading 43-31, a 12-point lead for the Cowboys, the 6th-ranked team in the state. Becker trying to deny that ball to Kaiser. Kaiser lost it, picked up by Stockton Timbrook, who's now into the game. I have Augusta with 6 turnovers this quarter.
Kaiser just don't have the height to play big man down below on the Abilene squad.
West brings it into the forecourt, stops, angle right, now hands it off to Caleb Becker. Becker into the corner. He'll play it off to Grant Waite. Waite dribbling it here to the near side. Almost lost it. Gets it back, bounces it here to the near corner. This is Stockton for 3. Yes! Stockton with 5.
Stockton. Abilene putting on the press, trying to create the turnover here. Oh, Caleb Becker comes up with it.
Becker all the way to the hole. He's fouled. Missed the shot, but fouled. 2 free throws coming up. 7 turnovers this quarter for Augusta. That foul on Livingston. Becker is 4 of 4 at the stripe in this game. The lead for Abilene, 15 right now. Missed that free throw. I knew I was going to jinx him. Well, we have 5-star back up, by the way. 5-star is back up here.
Not sure why they're having so much trouble tonight, but it's been a struggle.
Hey, it's great to see Terry Taylor's in the house tonight.
Where's he at?
He's across the gym in the second level, just above Vic Hookman there and Brad Hartman.
Oh, yes, he is. He's out of bounds, guys. He's standing with the ball out of bounds after it just come in bounds.
Yep, can't do that when you're sped up like they are.
What are you doing? Everybody stop, like, somebody blow the whistle, please.
You're sped up like that, you're going to do things like that. 47-31, Abilene with their biggest lead at 16.
I think the official was sitting there finding hard to believe what was happening.
Here's Cooper Wildy, a 3 from the far corner.
Pretty.
Got it. Cooper Wildy from downtown. Now the lead is at 19. Still consider Coach Taylor a great friend. Appreciate what he did. Oh, Livingston, offensive foul,
Yes.
shoving West.
Shoving West 10 yards.
They're getting in their head. I have them with 9 turnovers this quarter. 9.
Well, and it's put the shoe on the other foot. Abilene's got the versatility. They've got the depth. They've got the hustle. It's got to be frustrating.
It's a 16-3 run right now. But, yeah, I want to thank Coach Taylor for what he did, because of him and what he did. Brought a lot of stability, consistency. Here's West all the way to the basket, stripped, and it's out of bounds. And I've been the voice of the Cowboys for 20 years, so I've been watching the league for a long time. The pass is tipped. This will get a little bit more attention. I think folks knew that Smoky Valley was down a little bit from last season, just 7 wins a year ago. Rock Creek didn't have anything back, but Augusta didn't bring a lot back either, but they opened with a win against Goddard, and they've been to state 3 straight times. Here's a pass inside. Kaiser with the hoop and the harm, fouled by Stockton Timbrook.
Seems to be a lot of feet getting caught up. I don't know what's happening.
Abilene's going to continue to get tested. Southeast of Saline will come in on Tuesday, and then we go to Concordia. Kaiser's free throw is up and good. And Southeast just has really good athletes. I watched them play football against Chapman. Man, that was one of the best football teams I've watched. They made it to the Final 8 in football. Or was it the Final 4? I keep forgetting. Final 8 or Final 4. Timeout for Abilene, a full timeout. A full timeout for the Cowboys. Trying to think here. No, they did make it to the Final Four. I may have said that wrong earlier. They did make it to the Final Four, Southeast Swing. That's right. They beat Cheney in the Final Eight, Elite Eight, whatever you want to say, and 3A playoffs in football. I watched that game. And then they lost to Andale in the semifinals, which they played Andale better than anyone. Andale just obliterated, I think that was Frontenac in the championship, just embarrassed them. It was like 51-0 or something like that, bad. So my point being, Southeast Sling comes to town on Tuesday. They have good girls and boys basketball, but the boys have a lot of talent. But we beat them last year. I'm not like I'm shaking in my boots or anything, but I'm just saying they have some athletes. They'll be a little bit of a challenge. Then we'll go to Concordia. We'll go to Concordia on the 17th, next Friday, a week from tonight. And I always say that Concordia, in my opinion, is the toughest place to go into when they have a good team in the league. The Panther Den. They call it the jungle, but I think it's more appropriately the Panther Den. You know Concordia, it's dark, it's dingy.
Oh, yeah.
The fans are right on top of you. It's loud. The acoustics are loud. Great place for high school basketball.
Kind of reminds you a little bit of the Central Gym.
Yeah, a little bit. Jalen West to trigger in, gets it in to Cooper. Stockton in the corner, back up top to Coop. Over to Grant Waite. 16 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Abilene up by 16. Abilene working for the final shot. You have Tristan Katonin. A lot of shooters in this lineup right now for Abilene. West, fell to the floor.
I think he might have got a slick spot.
Jump ball, possession arrow, Augusta. That's not totally horrible because they're probably not going to get off a good shot here, meaning we'll start with the ball in the fourth. McDaniel checking back in.
We just don't want to have a foul here.
Yep.
Coach is getting a little excited.
Yeah, because I think Hardbarger didn't know if he was supposed to come off. Here's a pass deflected, stolen, Catone.
Oh, yes! Banks it in from just right on this side of the...
Couple of feet beyond midcourt, he drilled it.
Oh, wow, I couldn't even think of what that line was called.
Yeah, well, it was that exciting.
It was. Wow.
So Abilene leading by 19 points if the fans didn't have enough to cheer about. 53-34 Abilene after 3 in boys basketball. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on KABI. Okay. And welcome back to Abilene High School. Abilene leading this game 53-34, matching their big lead of the game. After a steal, Tristan Catone. I think I had them unofficially with 10 turnovers in that third quarter, Augusta. Tristan Catone banked in at three-quarters, just a couple of steps beyond midcourt. So essentially a buzzer beater from half court for Catone. Burton for three, nailed it. Burton with 7 points, 53-37, Abilene. Cowgirls won tonight, their final 41-31. Stout with 14, Clements with 12, both career highs, both the player of the game. Caleb Becker with the basketball leading scorer for Abilene with 14. You have Catone, Adams, Becker, West, and Wildy out there as a 5 right now for Eric Grafey. All 5 of these guys, well, Wildy didn't start tonight, but he has started this year, but the other 4 did start tonight. Defensively for them, Livingston, McDaniel, Kaiser, Riggs, and Burton.
You're supposed to check your phone.
Okay.
Got that coming down the line from the guys.
Okay, we got a score update to pass along. Okay, Clay Center tied at 42 in their game with Marysville, so that's an interesting game. As
Tone turns it over.
McDaniel's going to be, no foul called. He thought he was. Cooper Wildy.
He was.
I think so too. Ryan Petty putting out his hands, and now a lob pass to Becker, but it's been physical both ways. Both teams could have an argument there. I like that they're letting him play. Here's Becker, high in the lane, back out to Cooper Wildy. Not that that's the issue tonight for Augusta. Oh, here's Becker fouled inside.
Hopefully that's 25 again. Nope.
It's going to go on McDaniel, their standout. That's just his second, and they're fourth. Becker at the free throw line, missed it. Becker made the second. All you can ask for as a fan, coach, whatever, if you're going to call the game, be consistent. The officials have been consistent. They've let some contact go both ways. Augusta with 4 fouls, Abilene with 3, so that's pretty darn close.
Abilene's broke back down in their 3-2 zone at the moment.
You have West, Wildy. Oh, and here's Wildy with a steal. Wildy all the way to the basket, coming in from the left side, layup good. He has 10. 56-37, and now a throwaway as Livingston throwing it down the floor. His pass off target, and they turn it over again. Boy, that, like I said, they're starting to wear him down. In the first half, I had him with 7 turnovers. In the second half, I had him with 12, and we still have 6 minutes to play. You can see McDaniel kind of reaching. He's their star player, reaching at his jersey, tugging on it, saying, hey, I'm winded. We knew it was going to happen to him. Here's West all the way to the basket, a little out of control, fell down.
I think he was hoping he was going to get a foul.
Oh, here comes West, trying to get it back, and now Riggs threw it away. But is it off of Abilene? I guess it is. I mean, I was just thinking in my head, I think this is the deepest Abilene team in my 20 years. I'm not going to say that it's the best. They haven't earned that yet. That was a 17 team that finished 3rd in the state. How can you argue that? But that was the highest placing team I've covered.
Oh, man.
Boy, Becker got a lot of ball there on Kaiser.
That was an anticipation call, I'm sure.
I think so, too.
He was waiting for him to hammer him, and he did not. That was all ball.
Glad we have 5-star up and going again. Kaiser's free throw is good. 56-38, 5:45 to go. So next week, again, we have Southeast Saline at home Tuesday, Friday. We're at Concordia the following Tuesday. After that, we'll be at Chapman. So that is the remaining schedule. A little more games than usual. Both free throws good by Kaiser in the month of December, which I'm okay with that. So it's not so bunched up after the holiday break. Whoa, Jalen West putting on a clinic, dribbling the basketball into the front court. He is fast. Oh, boy. He got pushed to the floor, and then he went into Burton. Burton a little shaken up.
Yeah, he didn't see that coming at all.
Caleb Becker having a talk with him. Jalen's a very emotional player. He wants to make sure he's okay, and he is. Calm down. He's fine. Catone to trigger in here from the near baseline. Gets it into Brax. Brax open, turns down the 3. Left-hand penetration into the paint. Out to Coop for 3. Bam. Bombs away. 59-39. Abilene by 20. Cooper Wildy with 13 tonight. And Abilene up big here on an opponent once again. They're up by 44 Tuesday at Rock Creek.
Short.
Cooper for 3. This time it's short. McDaniel pulls down the board. .20 lead. Pass into the corner to Burton. Burton's pass is going to be, shoot. Wow, that ball came loose and Caleb stepped on it. Thank God he's okay.
Man, that could have got ugly in a hurry.
I about said a bad word there. I had to catch myself.
I was just gasping.
Here's a lob to Jalen West. And something like that would make you say that. Because Caleb Becker means so much to this team. Here's West penetrating out to Wildy, wide open. Abilene's just going to run some clock now. Here's Becker. Down the lane right side. Going glass. High off the window. Missed it. Cooper trying to keep it alive. Tips it, but tips it out to McDaniel. Under 4 minutes to go now in the game. Abilene still by 20. Livingston for three. Bang. He hit it from the corner. That's his first points. Morgan Livingston. So obviously he's not too tired to have the legs to do that. Cooper now fouled by Kaiser. That's his third. Their sixth.
I feel like that should be about 10 on Kaiser.
It's physical. It is his third and their sixth, so that is correct.
30-second timeout, Abilene.
30-second timeout for the Cowboys. Let's give you another Salina scoreboard, Salina surgical scoreboard update. See if we have anything new. Abilene up 59-42 here in boys basketball. Somebody saying they want wait for player of the game. You know what? I don't have a problem with it. Love the way he's playing. Rural Vista girls, they score 38-35. They win, 38-35 over Harrington. They were down 10 at one point in the game, so congratulations to them. Kane Hensley has his team undefeated. Okay, this from Curtis Ryan. Again, middle school NCKL wrestling, Marysville, 206.5 points. They win. Abilene's second place with 195.5. Thank you, Curtis. Southeast Saline boys, they beat Beloit by 20, 78-58. I told you they have some talent. They were one of the most balanced football teams that I've watched. They could whip you with the pass. They could whip you with the run game. They were awesome in football. They lost in the semis to Andale. Might be catching them at a good time, too. They're still probably trying to work into basketball shape. Won easily tonight, but they're probably fine by now. Probably a little bit less if you play in the state championship. Carry there on Jalen West.
Yeah, he was going to throw it past it and then decided not to. Abilene's really got Augusta flying around trying to get the ball back, but
Abilene working some clock here, running offense to work clock. They haven't scored, though, in over 2 minutes. Biggest lead at 20 points. Riggs, his three blocked by Grant Waite. There he is again. So whoever voted for him, I don't have your number on my phone. You might get your wish the way he's going right now. Here's the pass to the near side. Catone spinning off the defender. Now to Brax Fisher. Well, I'm a defensive coordinator at the middle school level. I'm wearing my AMS jacket. I love defense. I love what Grant's doing. Defense, you have to have a desire to do it. People want to score. Want to select few out there seem to want to play defense. The way he's playing defense.
Yep. So this is the 7th foul, so we're in a 1-on-1 situation.
That foul on Riggs, his first, their 7th. 1-on-1 here for Tristan Catone. Be good if he can reach double figures. He has 9. He's done it every game. As I was saying earlier, there's connections with my class in school. I'm class of 98. His mom was in my class. Becker's, both of his parents were in my class. West, his stepbrother's in my class, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, we might get a turnover.
61-42. Catone trying to get it. He does, but he goes out of bounds.
Okay, trying to kind of sort of hike it back up to Jalen, but he couldn't get it and bounced off of his shin. So great effort there. Abilene putting on the full court press.
Caden Carney back into the game for Augusta, seldom used senior. Oh, Brax Fisher with the steal, but threw it away. Threw it to Heibarger. The two teams exchange turnovers. Here's a shot by Routh. It's up and it's good.
And he had no idea the ball was even coming to him. He's standing down there, gets the ball, and was like, ooh, I don't want it. Shot it, made it.
61-42 Abilene. So you have Waite, Becker, West, Catone, and Fisher out there for the Cowboys.
You know that hot potato game you used to play?
Oh, yeah.
That was it.
Waite open inside. Waite back outside to West. Again, Abilene's just going to continue to work it around, run some clock. They beat us pretty bad several times a few years back. They had our number for a while. This will be our second straight win over them. We had lost 2 straight to them here on this floor here and just whipped us. Fisher inside, open, there's your layup. Brax Fisher with 7. So I think the point was made, and Coach Grafey knows that. McDaniel for three. Missed it off the heel. Rebounded by Brax. A minute to go. Ralph tying up Brax Fisher.
Still our ball.
It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a sweep here. You know what? I don't want to go outside. It's cold out there, Shelly. As crazy as this weather has been, we're talking mid-70s next week, but there's a chance for snow flurries like, what, tonight or tomorrow? It's just
nuts. Kind of misty raining when I came in.
It's nuts. I wasn't feeling really good Tuesday night, and I think that's part of it, just the temperatures yo-yoing up and down. Abilene wanting to take a timeout here, and they will take a 30-second timeout. So the girls win again tonight.
That's a full timeout.
Okay, a full timeout for the Cowboys. 63-44, Abilene, 59.5 seconds to go in the game. Girls won tonight, 41-31. Boys up big. They've won every game this year by a wide margin. They're going to move to 3-0. The girls, it was their first win. Tonight, the Wheat State Scoreboard Show. It's going to be on sister station, Sports Radio 1150, KSAL at 10 p.m. I'll have a wrap from the games tonight. You can also hear it on John Anderson's show on Monday. Tomorrow morning, the Smart Insurance Coaches Roundup. I'll talk to not 5 coaches, probably around 7 coaches tomorrow. I think when I started, we were just doing all the boys coaches, and I thought, after some time, I thought, well, that's kind of sexist. Let me interview some of the girls coaches too. It's a little hard and a little tricky sometimes, but I try to crowbar as many as I can in. "59 seconds is all that remains in this game tonight. Again, Southeast of Saline coming to town. If I remember right, they swept tonight. They won the boys' game, and I have to look back. I'm positive they won their girls' game as well over Beloit. Both teams very solid. Abilene beat Southeast Saline last year 61-51. The girls didn't play them. Oh, Riggs stole it from Jalen West.
And then double dribbled it, but they didn't see it.
Riggs scores on a layup. 63-46. 30 seconds to go. I'm happy we got Southeast back on the schedule. It's an easy distance game, and they have good sports right now. CJ Korf is their athletic director, who lived here for quite a while. He was our Parks and Rec director. 11 seconds to go. (63-46). Abilene gets the win. Post-game show next year on KABI. Okay. I may need to go check the score sheet, make sure it adds up, dang it. So that's 10, 22, 32, 37, 42, 44, 46. I don't know where I'm at. I need to go down there.
his scoreboard or his score sheet's not right, so he's down trying to figure it out.
All right, I'm back. I missed a 3 for Catone somewhere. Oh, I didn't write down the one that he hit at the buzzer. I got so excited. That's where I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where the mistake happened. And welcome back to Cowboy Postgame. Abilene gets the win easily. They win 63-46. The Cowboys up by as many as 20 points in the game over Augusta. Cowboys now 3-0. Augusta 1-1. Abilene led 13-12 after 1, 32-21 at halftime, 53-34 after 3, and again the final 63-46. Time to name. All right. Let me stop myself. Let me give you the totals individually from this game. 15 for Caleb Becker, 13 for Tristan Catone, Jalen West with 2, Grant Waite with 8, 5 for Stockton Timbrook, and 7 for Brax Fisher. I messed up earlier and I said Catone had 10. I had forgot to add the 3 that he hit at the buzzer at the end of the third quarter. In my excitement, I forgot to write it down. So he ended up with 13 points. Catone in double figures in all 3 games so far this year. Augusta, they were led by Kaiser, 15, McDaniel 12, 7 for Burton, 3 for Livingston, Heibarger 5, 2 apiece for Riggs and Ralph. So again, the final 63-46. The Next Tech Wireless player of the game, I'll give the fans what they want. I had someone vote for Grant Waite. Why not go with Grant Waite? 8 points, but it wasn't about the 8 points. It was about the defense. He was everywhere out there tonight, Shelley. One of the better defensive performances I've watched in a while.
Yeah, I think all the kids did a great job of playing defense and flying around, making things happen tonight.
So Grant Waite, the Next Tech Wireless player of the game for his defensive effort. Oh yeah, the Cowgirls won too. They won 41-31, 14 for Sammy Stout, 12 for Joy Clements. Both career highs. They share the honor for player of the game. The Cowgirls 1-2 and Augusta 0-2. Up next for Abilene, they will host Southeast of Saline on Tuesday. We'll take the air at 5:45, tip-off at 6 o'clock. Tonight, the Wheat State Scoreboard Show. It starts up at 10 p.m. on Sports Radio 1150 KSA. I'll have a wrap from this game. You can check out our Facebook page. I'll have NCKL scores, some county scores as well. And tomorrow morning, the Smart Insurance, Coaches Roundup, that starts up at 8 a.m. Big thanks to Billy Hanson, Jeremy Vendeska in studio. Shelley Crane, appreciate your help as well.
You're welcome.
That'll do it for me, Trent Sanchez. I'll talk to you in the morning right here on KABI.
Do you need help putting it away?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Shelley. I appreciate it. Yeah, John was asking me if I'd send him a wrap. I was like, well, you know what? I already do one. So if you can just throw that to him, too, when you send it to Melissa, and then he'll have it. Just a minute. See ya. Tuesday. Yep.
Where's Friday?
Concordia. There you go, Coach. Thank you. Well, I don't mind it either, Jeremy, because if I'm going to do it, I almost prefer to have Abilene people hear what I do, so. All right, in 3, 2, 1. The Abilene High School basketball teams returned home tonight as they took on Augusta on Tuesday. Abilene split with Rock Creek as the girls lost while the boys won in impressive fashion. Tonight in the first game, the Abilene Cowgirls, they get their first win of the season as they take down Augusta 41-31. Abilene led 6-3 after one, 18-15 at halftime, 33-24 after three, and again the final 41-31. Abilene career highs from Sammy Stout and Joy Clements. 14 for Stout, 12 for Clements. They both were the Next Tech Wireless players of the game. The Cowgirls 1-2, while the Lady Orioles 0-2 on the season. Now to the 6th-ranked Abilene Cowboys. Boy, have they been impressive this season. They have beat every team by double figures. They're now 3-0 as they crush Augusta. Augusta, a team that's gone to state 3 straight years. Augusta, though, with just one returning starter under head coach Ryan Petty. Cowboys win 63-46. They were up by as many as 20 points in the fourth quarter. They led 13-12 after one, 32-21 at halftime, 53-34 after three, and again the final 63-46. Next Tech Wireless player of the game, Grant Way, 8 points, but he was tremendous on the defensive end of the floor. It seemed to be 2 of them out there. Caleb Becker led the way with 15, and Tristan Cantone with 13 for the Cowboys. Those two have been in double figures in all 3 games this season. Up next for Abilene, Southeast of Saline at home Tuesday, and Concordia on the road next Friday. For the Wheat State Scoreboard Show, I'm Trent Sanchez. Thanks.